now, right?
Do you think maybe Jack is AFK practiced Toma since they already played?
Ooh.
Because we could see the scrim meta start to establish itself.
Right.
But we saw Flare play on Monday. They took it to a tiebreaker and they won the tiebreaker. Correct? No, they lost the tiebreaker.
Now I'm trying to figure out who Flare. Now you got me looking to see who Team Flare has played.
But
In the
Toma were
past.
down. They were up 1-0. Or sorry, not Toma. Flare were up 1-0, and then they lost 3 in a row, and they brought it back to a tiebreaker. And to me, that showed discipline where they weren't throwing games like they were saying,
right.
if you're gonna play us, we're gonna make you play. You're gonna have to beat us 4 times if you want us to stop.
Right.
We're not. It doesn't matter if we're down. We're going to always scratch and claw and try to make our way back.
I feel like
that's the right mindset.
Right. I feel like you can't make that argument as well because looking back at the schedule, Toma did fight Jack is AFK the first day, but then on Wednesday, Team Flare fought Burbology.
Oh.
So that means that both of those teams could have been scrimming the better teams for a very long time now, right? About a week and a half.
It's true.
So, though some teams are spiteful, and there is politics, so some team might not scrim the other team and be like, no, maybe Burbology, maybe the Bears boys are like, we never scrim Team Flare because we don't like Bloop. Because Bloop is he's too handsome on his own stream when he 3-marks his tanks, and we just can't deal with that. So we're not going to scrim him. You know,
it's just stuff like that. Round here, tank picks are done. Yeah, that's right. We've got actually a much. It's much lighter than the round we saw before, the last 2 rounds on Cliff, where really, I mean, what is it, 3 to 4 heavies per side? But those heavies, I mean, the slowest ones are VZs or Krons or 277s. Those are really the only heavies that are being brought, right? And double CS, like these are faster lineups than we saw before. We'll see how Team Flare does. Team Flare's had a rough time of it. I mean, they're getting results, but maybe not performing as well as they would like. And Jack is AFK is definitely one of the top teams. And you never know. Like we saw in the last round, things may not turn out as we originally thought. Well,
Wally doesn't like me talking about Jack is AFK, but now since they're on the screen, I can talk all about them. But it looks like we got Anthony in the Kron. Wally and Coma in the 277. So like you were saying, it was like heavy, but a lot more mobile. You got Ox in the VZ. He's in love with that thing. And then you got Brett and Floppy in the CSs. And so it's on the south side attacking.
Auto loaders, like the back chat or whatever, and the Kronwagen, and VZs. If you count them as like they're auto loaders, but they're kind of there's an asterisk next to the auto loader on a VZ. It's not really.
Oh wow, they're not going where I thought they would.
Yep, Brett and Floopy crossing immediately to the donut. Dark Ninja going up top, and everyone else from Team Flare is going to line. And they're going to meet in a little bit of a brawl. And the CS, I can't tell, at G3 is trying to get up
Dark
there.
is going to light Wally here. Brett. Brett's going to the corner, but Dark Ninja's on the hill, so he can just
Brett's down to
farm
969. He's down to 547. Dark Ninja going to maybe one shot into him. And there goes Brett. And the rest of Jack is AFK have to come in here quickly. Flare is just playing really, really together. And Wallhacks is going to go down next. He's down to 25 HP in a moment. Looks like External is reloading. He takes 1 hit before he falls off. Coma looks like it's the next focus fire as they go straight in. PM is driving past, just trying to dump all of his shots. External's down very low. He took the hits from Easy, and Floppy is able to finish
deciding to go past these guys so he can get booty shots.
And they need to make sure that they communicate and finish Anthony.
Ooh, Ox coming in really late. I don't know what objective Ox had.
He's shielding Ferret as best he can.
Yes, he is.
The Ferret will most likely die, but they just have to make this take a while because, look, Dark Ninja will be coming in here full speed in a moment. They've killed the Kronwagen. He wasn't able to dump another clip, and it's just pretty much over. Now Ox is reloading, and that's it. And Team Flare very, very decisively picking Brett. He tried to go up for that spot, and if that was such a fast lineup from Jack as AFK that they just couldn't. He wasn't able to make it past. He almost made it, but even if he made it, he was still going to most likely die to Dark Ninja because Dark Ninja was going to have shots on him the whole time. So wow, Flare very decisively, very quickly getting the kills.
I am perplexed.
That's Cliff for you, and that is, I believe, Jack is AFK's pick.
I am perplexed.
Perplexed, eh?
Yeah. Whose pick was this? Was it Team Flare's?
Jack. I think it was Jack is AFK's. I'd have to double check, but I'm 90% sure that it is Jack's AFK pick Cliff. But looking at the post-game stats, you can see Ox getting out on more than 3k damage in his VZ. Floppy getting out to almost 3k, and then everyone else just, I mean, Brett goes down first, gets out, no damage. Wallhacks gets out 1 shot. Anthony gets out, I think, just 1 shot of damage from his combat. That's an awkward spot when he's shooting at those tanks with people in the way, but he still should make more shots count than that. But the sad thing is, even if he did, it's probably not going to matter. And I think for that brawl there, they kind of had the wrong... I mean, the Kronwagen is just an awkward vehicle to actually have there as well. But at the same time, they didn't have a bat chat. And External, although he missed 1 shot, he was able to dump all of that 1391 and 1 kill was at the beginning. Oh, wait, no, I don't think he missed a shot. I think it was just a kill shot at the end. Or maybe he did miss 1. That's all done at the very beginning of the game on Brett and on, I think, Wallhacks. But yeah, look at the more even spread. Everyone else besides External getting out more than 2k damage. And I'm not saying, but External was the first focus down, and he got that damage fast. External
not getting 2k damage is so upsetting. It's the biggest upset of the league. Okay, let's be honest here.
But I guarantee if you asked External, hey,
he'd be like, it happens.
It happens, and it's fine.
And I took shots for my team.
It guaranteed their win. Like, that was a good play by External.
External.
He stayed cool and
External
on the outside and got his shot off on the right.
He is such a team player, you know.
And now he's a versatile player. He always preferred being the bat chat on the outside, and he always is the guy that kind of wants the ball. It is how I always said it. Like, whatever the strat is, like, you know, sometimes you'd have that player that's, you know, I play the bat chat on the outside, or I play the scout tank, or I play the heavy in the middle, whatever. He kind of didn't. The only thing is, he wanted to play the bat on the outside, but he also he wanted to be wherever the action was. Whatever the strat was, if the strat was anchored around something, he wanted to be it. And he's versatile too. He can play a lot of different things. He can play the heavy, the hold down. He can play the auto loader. He can play the scout tank. And that can be valuable for a team when you're doing wrestling. You have these players that can play a variety of different tanks and have a lot of experience. So 1-0 to Flare. Tank picks. 1-0. What we seeing?
We are seeing me going back to tank picks because I'm not on tank picks. I like just best. I keep on forgetting to switch the webcams. But we're seeing Team Flare bring a CS, a bad chat, 2 obgs, and a CS. And then Jack is AFK is bringing 2 CSs. So both teams have brought 2 CSs. We're seeing a cron and an object. So
double CSs from both teams, and I don't remember if in our last match we saw double CS on either side. No, maybe we did. We definitely, there was always at least one.
We saw double CS with Hector and whoever the other one was. I just remember Hector because he like overpoked to finish off Chase.
And now TVP from Jack AFK. I can already tell you before we even go into game that I mean they're on the north now. They're on defense. That TVP has to be going to D1 or something like that to shoot at the 2 line, right? Like that's a pretty. That's about that tank in that position or one of those positions down on the 1 line is about is literally as old as the TVP itself.
I'm telling you though, yeah.
That TVP when that came in the game, that was what it was used for always.
From my experience, the top end teams, right? The top end teams, when they get like they're more likely to tilt, right? Because
possibly.
Like, you know, because like
I'm wrong too about the TVP, by the way. Zox just decides to prove me wrong. Thanks, Zox.
Yeah.
I'd say I disagree. I'd say it depends on the team and who's in it. If you're like, I always tell my
that
team,
is a team. It is a team thing.
I said, I never go into a season expecting to go undefeated, and then I remember there were times I think we actually did.
Getting 1 shot off to External. External looking
not taking damage, but look at that Ferret and Dark Ninja taking so many hits, and this is the first shot they've actually returned. Just 1 into Ox.
Yeah,
and now a second one going into Ox. As he tries to run away, he should be able to make it.
I think PM might get a shot right here. Flare. Oh, he decides to shoot Anthony instead. Anthony taking a lot of damage in a Kronwagen. He was like, that's what I was talking. Remember, we were talking about speed. Do you see how slow the Kronwagen is? You know what I mean? He literally is half HP because of he was like literally the last one to get here. That's what I was basically saying. It has a really high top speed, but the potential isn't there. Unlike, you know, like the IS-7 now.
And look at that. Bloop is going up, doing the boost in his STB after Dark Ninja's already gone up. They look like he may have messed up there for a moment as he tries round number 2. I wonder how the automatic suspension works with the STB and that.
When you go really slow, yeah, it definitely triggers. So it might be a little bit harder in the STB, but it's definitely doable. But I mean, they're looking to get 3 people on top of this hill.
The CS is now going to the donut on the 3 line. Everything from Team Flare is stuck underneath the lighthouse, and they didn't get the good initial trades.
Oh my god, look at Dark!
Anthony. Oh, Dark could die here.
Yeah,
he does die. He goes down to Floppy.
Oh,
but now they're
look at the
777 Anthony while he's on reload, and
he is one shot, and he gets picked.
Ox is covering him, and Nexus will survive.
Nexus is one shot. It looks like I feel like Wally's gonna get picked here soon, but it looks like Coma actually got up. Dude, did you? Why does Bloop have half HP? What happened to him? He's at 700.
I'm pretty sure he got shot by the CS this entire time, like while he was finishing his boost. I think him failing the boost for a moment because the CS transitioned from D4, and now Flair's taking damage, and Flair's just losing more and more HP.
I mean, having a 277 on hill. I mean, Coma probably just needs to finish off Ferret here. I mean, once he reloads, he'll probably just push into Bloop.
And Bloop actually bounces Wall, showing the CS can bounce sometimes.
Yeah, the top plate's kind of trolly.
But Jack is AFK commanding lead, more than double the HP of Flare. It's just pretty much clean up now, and PM is actually on fire. Flare, I liked their strategy when they stayed pretty much all together with the 1 tank going to the lighthouse from the north. But from the south, they kind of sent everything to the lighthouse, and they had nothing towards 2 line. And when you're doing that from the south especially, you just kind of...
Nice shot, Coma.
They were kind of banking, I think, on getting more damage on the initial, and they just went down on the initial, and that's just really bad. And once that happened, the fate was pretty much sealed. And it also looks like Flare, who have played somewhat split before...
They'll never find them.
Both of these games, they've been pretty much together. Uh-oh.
Oh, okay, thank you.
External, gun elevation. Ox, come on, give it to him. Ox, don't be a jerk.
Ox gonna give it to him. Gonna give it to him.
Oh, hey-o.
No, Shotty gets this whole clip out.
Oh, I took external off of my team at the last moment.
Whoa,
oh, no.
How did Brett end up like flying off there?
And a little theatrics at the end as Jack evens up the series.
Bye-bye.
1-1. But Flare in both of those games staying pretty much entirely condensed, saying we're looking for a brawl and we want to have it as early as possible. And just not able to quite find it there. Jack's AFK gave it to him in the first round. The second round, they didn't. And just that early bleed was just too much. And that CS on the side, which I'm pretty sure was Floppy.
What the?
And I think because Wallhacks was up on the lighthouse at the beginning.
Right.
Floppy did 4,700 damage, and a lot of that was just plinking away the entire time on the tanks going up the lighthouse and just getting side shots, and they didn't have an answer for it.
Bro,
Brett actually getting no damage. What happened to Brett?
Yeah, he got no damage. Dude,
he was going around the lighthouse at the beginning.
I'm so happy.
So he came back, and then he went back, and every time he's driving,
no offense to Brett. Everybody picks him, and I'm like, he has enough fanboys. So I picked Ox, and it fucking worked out.
Oh god, Ox has had 2 good games.
Yeah.
I'm between the two, but I always end up going with Brett. I traditionally always have.
Right.
Ox,
no, I'm trying to do reliable, like I'm trying to play I'm trying to play the long con, where like Ox is just unrusting and just playing. I mean, the more VZ game. Well, also I looked at their maps. I think is that cheating? Because I know what maps they're gonna play.
Ooh,
I don't
insider. Oh no, Smiley, you're gonna have to give away all of your fantasy prizes
that I don't earn because I'm a caster. But you can earn fantasy prizes. The top 100 people that end up on the leaderboards for the week earn weekly prizes. Amazing segue. Thank you.
Yep.